Welcome to Popular Pixel, and today's episode we're going to be taking a look at a way you can play any TurboGrafx, PC Engine, or SuperGrafx game that you would want to play on your PC Engine. Now, of course, there are some methods that you can use to be able to get ROMs going on your Polymega. We're not going to get into that, but we are going to get into this. This is really kind of neat. I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras here. This is what we have to be able to utilize this. The Hue card, of course, itself that I have here. Let me grab that. This only holds one game, and it can actually run any game on your TurboGrafx, or in this case, on your Polymega, except for Street Fighter 2. That's the only one that's reported that does not work with this. And then, of course, what we have here is a ripper and a writer. So obviously that will rip and write this card that I have, this Hue card. So what we're going to do is I'm going to demonstrate this being used, because some of those games that are out there that I know I'm not going to end up getting a hold of. Now, I have quite a few PC Engine TurboGrafx games. I have almost a full US library. I am actually, well, I say almost full. I'm missing about 30 games, but some of those games are going to be outside of my reach, and I'm never going to be able to get them. One of those, of course, is Magical Chase. Now, with Magical Chase, of course, I have a reproduction copy of it. The only problem is this reproduction copy, which actually looks very similar to this here, this reproduction copy does not work in the Polymega. It is not recognized in any way, and I find that very sad, unfortunately. But what we're going to do, we're going to remedy that today, and I'm going to show you how to do this using this device. Now, this device, it was actually purchased on this website here, which is everdrive.me. Now, on everdrive.me, they have several different kind of flash cards that are available, but I popped on here today, and unfortunately I was not able to find this Hue card one. Now, it's possible that it's just out of stock and they're waiting for more to arrive, so if you do want to look into that at all, I mean, check it out, everdrive.me. But down here, they also have a flash kit for the Mega Drive. I have heard that this flash kit does work for Genesis as well as 32X games in this same method that I'm going to be showing you today. So it's kind of a neat thing, and I am hoping if Sega Master System comes about that maybe this flash card will also be able to help me transfer Master System games. But, you know, I guess we'll end up seeing about that later on. So let's first of all pull over to my screen that I need here. I'm on the wrong page. All right, so what we're gonna do, Magical Chase US. That's the version that I want to go ahead and write to this card. So we're gonna go ahead and do that here. Let me get the TurboGrafx. There it is. So we're gonna go down here, we're gonna go to Flash, and of course I'm gonna pull up Magical Chase. You know what? I should probably plug in my Hue card into that writer. Come on. All right. So we're going to go Magical Chase USA. And what it's going to do, of course, currently that card is not empty. So it has to, first of all, go through its process of getting rid of the data that is currently on it, and that usually takes, you know, obviously a little bit of time here. This is not a very time-consuming process, or I should say it is a time-consuming process, considering these games are not very big, but as you can see, it's still going to be under a minute here to be able to take care of Magical Chase with erasing that, reloading it, and right here it says success. So it has been written to that. So what we're going to do real quick here now is I'm going to flip back over to my iPhone so you can check this out. So we've got, excuse me, trying to do this one-handed. We're going to get that plugged directly into the console. And let's switch over to the Polymega here, and it just popped up. I didn't get there quick enough, but as you can see, Magical Chase is showing on there. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna go into that. I'm gonna hit the play button, and I'm gonna add to collection and install. I'm gonna put it on my SSD, and it's complete. So let's pop down to Magical Chase. There it is right there. and give it a whirl, see what happens. Whoa! I had the switch on. Alright, so let's go to Bumpy. This is a rather interesting game. One of the last games that was released on the TurboGrafx. Unfortunately, because of that, of course, it's one of those games that's extremely expensive now. So that's that. Again, this works on every game on the console, with the exception of Street Fighter 2. Now, there is one game that I still have not been able to get to work, and that's Night Creatures. But it turns out I'm not the only person that's been having trouble with Night Creatures. Now, the actual Night Creatures ROM itself, I think, has some issues on the Polymega. I have reported this before in the past, and they think it was just because I had a dirty cartridge or something like that. But finding out from other people that are also having problems with that same game, I don't think it's the Hue card that's actually the problem. I think the problem lies with the ROM that they use to set up the data in the Polymega. So let me get out of this. I'm having trouble trying to play that and speak at the same time. Yeah, my actual copy of Night Creatures did not work. I've found multiple copies of Night Creature ROMs and tried that, and unfortunately none of them have worked. So I think there is a problem on the Playmaji side for that game. If there's anyone out there who has been successful in getting your Night Creatures to work on the Polymega, I'd be interested to hear from you. So if you don't mind, go ahead and put a little comment down in the box and let me know that you've been successful in that. But aside from that, of course, guys, I just wanted to show you this pretty cool thing. Now, there are also other cartridges like the one that I showed you for the Mega Drive, and there's also one for the NES that I haven't been able to test yet, or that my buddy who also been playing around with this, that he hasn't reported back to me if it's worked or not. But I think there's going to be some other methods that you'll be able to do this if you're wanting to get some of those more expensive games on your Polymega that you just obviously don't own. Now, a lot of people will probably say that they don't see any point in this because this is really about archiving your own games, playing your own games. You know, that's the way I was at first, but I do somewhat disagree because I would like to play some of these gems on here that are outside of my reach. That's impossible. So being able to actually purchase a cartridge that can load these on here rather than me playing them on a PC to give me more of a console feeling, I honestly have no problem with that. But anyways, guys, I will leave a link down in the comments to that website that I showed you. Again, you know, maybe you can get in contact with them, see if they'll be getting any more of them in stock. Hopefully this was not just a limited run thing, because this device is really quite nice. So anyways, guys, I thank you very much for dropping on by, and again, until next time, keep on gaming.